This news update is brought to you by...
It's the most wonderful time to stay connected with Flow. Get great deals on prepaid and postpaid plans. Get double the talk, double the text, and double the data when you activate a prepaid or postpaid combo plan, sizes medium and up. All this plus $50,000 to be won from Flow this wonderful Christmas. Visit us in-store today.
'Cause it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's Friday, December 9, and time for your Barbados Today morning update. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Tourism Minister Richard Seeley lashes out at those he claims were providing negative publicity to the sewage problem on the south coast. Residents and business owners have been complaining for several weeks about raw sewage on the sidewalks, roads, and even the beach. Authorities have had a tough time convincing people that raw sewage had not seeped into the water after government closed the Worthing Beach over the weekend. In a move designed to reassure Barbadians and tourists of the water quality, Seeley and Health Minister John Boyce dived right in for a dip yesterday morning in the full view of the media.
There was never any danger posed to anyone for what was taking place there. And it's unfortunate that maybe some, through being misled, maybe element of mischief, sought to give the impression that raw sewage was being poured into this beach. That's not the case. You argue that we closed it off. That was the authorities being extremely cautious. It's a decision that I did not agree with, but one I understood. As scientists will look at err on the side of being cautious. At any rate, the tests that were done for bacterial content on Monday and Wednesday proved that at no time was the beach unsafe. So I would hope that this can put this issue to rest once and for all. If the beach is good enough for me, it's good enough for any of the 600,000 tourists that we will have here this year.
The island's largest public sector trade union makes fresh threats against the Frondell Stewart administration. The National Union of Public Workers is accusing government of introducing a new policy of outsourcing services normally carried out by statutory bodies while disregarding obvious solutions to the problems facing the state agencies. An official source tells Barbados Today it appeared the policy of replenishing the fleet of the Sanitation Service Authority and the Transport Board was gradually growing through the window and was being replaced by a policy of farming out work to private contractors. The union previously objected to a waste collection plan which came into effect in November involving the use of private haulers. The source says a similar situation is now developing at the Transport Board with the maintenance of buses. Disrespectful and downright ignorant. That's how President of the African Heritage Foundation, Paul Simba Rock, is describing recent statements by child rights advocate Faith Marshall Harris questioning the effectiveness of homeschooling. Delivering a position paper recently on what should be contained in the laws of Barbados to ensure this country was fully compliant with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, Marshall Harris suggested that parents who choose to homeschool their children were depriving them access to the best training and education, along with the necessary recreation, leisure, and social programs. But the statements did not go down well with the AHF's president, who described it as unresearched, uninformed, and non-progressive. He said Marshall Harris insulted Barbadian parents who chose to homeschool their children. A top official in the hospitality sector expresses concern over the high level of plastic and styrofoam consumption in Barbados, particularly the amount imported to satisfy tourism needs. In fact, chairperson of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Roseanne Myers, says she is embarrassed by the situation, and she has called on local tourism players to take the lead in reducing the current intake.
We believe that the BHTA must take a leadership position to resolve some of the issues we know as a leading private sector tourism body that we are well poised to tackle. We believe that if we implement within our businesses, we can then say to other private sector agencies, follow our lead. Let us not wait on anyone to enact legislation for the things that we know we need to do. And we need to be guided. I opened Facebook one day and I saw a fabulous video by a young man who happens to live in my house and shot the video in my house. And it spoke about the amount of plastic and the amount of styrofoam and the containers full of styrofoam coming into Barbados every day. And it challenged, what are we doing about the amount of plastic? And I was embarrassed myself. We are part of an industry and we have the ability to lead this effort. And we are.
Police are investigating a stabbing incident which left 26-year-old Mario Allen of Country Road, St. Michael, with multiple stab wounds about the body. Allen, a security guard employed at the tertiary institution at Hoddesdale St. John, was involved in an altercation with one of the students at the institution around 12:15 p.m. yesterday. The student returned to the compound 10 minutes later and stabbed him several times. Allen is currently receiving medical attention at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. The suspect is in police custody, helping police with their investigations. A High Court judge yesterday granted Andre Lord Evil Jackman a variation of one of his bail conditions. Barbados Today understands that the 35-year-old of Stroud Bay, Crabhill, St. Lucie, who is set to wed this weekend, had his curfew extended. As part of his $175,000 bail conditions issued on May 11 this year, Jackman was placed on a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew after spending 12 months on remand. Yesterday, Justice Jacqueline Cornelius extended his curfew from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. The judge, however, suspended the curfew this weekend to facilitate his pending nuptials. Jackman is accused of the April 2014 murder of Charlie Dunn, who died after being shot at a bar in Nelson Street.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we get in. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser. Buy some new furniture and appliances or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
61 employees who were laid off from the one and only Ocean Club in the Bahamas this week is not a done deal. That's according to Hotel Union President Nicole Martin, who says the representative body will be seeking recourse for its members. More in this report from ZNS News.
Martin says while the Ocean Club claims to have laid off staff due to poor performance, that's not the case because service matters are dealt with immediately, adding that the move sets a dangerous precedent.
At some point, someone have to recognize that these people are putting a tutu on a pig and calling it something else. This is nothing more than trying to destabilize the union, trying to get rid of workers that their performance is excellent in my view, but you don't like the pressure that they bring to bear when things ain't right. These employees were vocal about some things that they thought should have happened for them. This employer's response is, yeah, y'all talking all of this? We will show y'all what we can do.
And on the international front, a top official says Syria's army has suspended combat operations in eastern Aleppo. The move is to allow the evacuation of citizens trapped in the battle zone. The Foreign Affairs Minister said some 8,000 people would be taken out of the country. Government forces have retaken 75% of East Aleppo in recent weeks, areas rebels had controlled for 4 years. And on that note, we come to the end of our news update. But for the very latest, visit our website, www.barbadostoday.be. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. To have a great Friday.